with liberty and justice for all. Thanks for coming. Let me just start by saying today we're going to do things a little differently. We have somebody who's coming in at 8 p.m. to speak to the board. So it's going to be an executive session issue. So we were going to have public comment and I guess continue on because I don't see him here. So continue on until he comes, and then we're going to ask everybody to step out of the room because the other room is being occupied by the Airmont Day Committee. So if you guys would all kindly go to the Airmont Day Committee room and check in on them and volunteer and see what's going on, I'm sure Mr. Salviani can use the help. So, pardon, we're not trying to be rude by kicking you out, but we just don't really have anywhere to go. All right, so with that said, let's open up the meeting to public comment. I'm about to speak on any issue at all.
Surprise.
Bueller.
Surprise.
All right. So I guess we're good. Let's move along to the resolutions. First resolution. This is a motion to rescind Resolution 2707 of 2016 to add a dead-end sign with the arrow pointing in the left direction on Overbrook and Twin Lakes Drive. That motion was to put the sign, correct?
Well, this was a discussion we had last month, and Lisa was supposed to hook up with Eve and myself in Belleville, and it never happened. I seen Eve the other night, and she said, no, we asked her go about the sign to see if we can move it. Apparently, it's in limbo right now. I want to take it off because I think we can move the sign down, but I don't know where we stand.
So you want to postpone? No?
I gave you the email. Eve already went out there with Belleville. I put it in the box when I sent the board the discussion on it.
That was the meeting, that was
It was
before.
in the best possible place that it was in.
That was before the meeting, Lisa. I had asked to go out to see Eve and Belleville at the last meeting we had here.
And I
Go over
spoke
with-
with Eve, and she said that she would look at the email again, but that was what was her decision.
No, but I wanted to meet with her out there with Belleville, that's what we said. So I spoke to Tony Sharon, and it's no big deal. I would leave it off now. If you want to put another ugly pole up, where the other pole is, and leave the sign for $40, I have no then leave it and keep it as it is, and forget about the rescinding resolution. I was looking to save the $40 and just move the sign down, but apparently, didn't get together, so I don't know what you want to do.
All right, well, we're not acting on the previous resolution, correct?
We didn't do nothing yet.
But we're not going to, even after your meeting, we
No,
won't act on
if
it?
Eve says that we can't really put it down, then we need the sign. Then we're gonna have to put a sign right after Twin Lakes before you go left.
And that'll need a new resolution.
No, we have that resolution, we just don't do this resolution. If we rescind the resolution, we have to make another one. I don't know what Eve's
Why don't
position.
we just table this for, till the next meeting when you find out more information on what you want to do, or what we could do.
What do you think?
But I wanna meet with Eve, I don't wanna just table it if we're not gonna meet with Eve.
No, you'll have to set a meeting with her.
Well, I asked for that.
This is based upon Eve's recommendation. And that the sign can't be.
This resolution is based upon Eve's recommendation. We got an email last week about it, or, I'm sorry, we got an email before last meeting.
But I guess Trustee Bracco wants to understand it out in the field with her, and,
Okay, let me clear something, because I understand the deputy mayor don't really understand what's going on. Eve's recommendation basically is not to move the sign that's there. This resolution was to put another sign up that the board approved on Overbrook going down Twin Lakes to the left, so that people would not go there. When I went there with Tony Sharon, he had said you could just move the sign down rather than put another sign up, because truthfully, we don't like to put a lot of signs on the roads in the village. And that was the idea when I talked to Lisa about this, and I asked for Eve and Brian and Belleville to go and tell me why.
Does it cost anything for Ralph to go out there and with them? They charge us by the hour?
But the recommendation of the village engineer was that if the sign was moved, that
Eve
it would
charges.
be in
You charges? How much she charges?
a line of sight.
140, what is he, what's it, 145 an hour?
145, but
but isn't that included under the general contract stuff? I mean, I don't think there would be a separate charge for that.
Can I ask her?
No.
Yes,
Well, point, Ralph's looking to save some money. I don't wanna end up saving money for spending on the $100 to have her go out there, right?
I don't believe she charged to go out there, I don't know who said she charged, I doubt that.
No, I'm
But
just
I
telling
don't
what she
know.
charges.
Well, that's after
I
so many hours, we
We
have
can
to
ask her if she
resolution, right?
charges, you know, we can ask her before.
Well, the truth of the matter is, when this came up, the right way to have been, should have notified me when they went out there, and we went, the three of us, at that one point in time, a month ago, and maybe we resolved it then. Then to find out after we made the resolution to do it, now we can't, not that we can't. Let me just be clear. This resolution is not affecting Eve, this has nothing to do with Eve. This is to take it away so that I can move the sign. That was just rescinding it, you know what I'm talking about? If Eve really says we can, and whatever reason, Tony Sharon, who's our superintendent of highways for years, said we could, I don't understand the difference between one and the other, but that's another story. So I just wanted to, I told Lisa, take it and let's rescind it, because if she don't really want to do it, we won't do it. And that's why I put it on the agenda after the last meeting. I mean, I just want to have clarification on this. I mean, it should not be rocket science to get something approved.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a complaint from a resident that lives down the block that they speed. And that's how we started with this, and the board agreed to put it up. I was willing to do it for $40, and we're here today talking about,
I don't really care. Table it, it's fine.
excuse me?
Table. I don't really care, you can table it, it's fine.
No, but I'm saying, if we could table it, we have to have closure, is Eve,
No, but he's right, like, we table it, but is Eve gonna go out there with them?
exactly. that's
And is it
the
gonna cost us money?
Well, if we table it, if it doesn't, we can always just rescind it next time, on March 1st.
Okay, can we table it and just, let's have Lisa ask the question, are we gonna get charged by the hour for this meeting? And then Ralph and Lisa can just decide whether or not it's worth it,
Exactly, okay.
right?
And then we just put it on the next.
Because otherwise it defeats the purpose of what he's trying to accomplish.
Alright, so let's just table that, Lisa, to the March,
One.
it's March 1st?
Well, why can't we make it to the,
You want the
February's workshop? It's a resolution that we all know about. As a matter of fact, if we could do it, then we'll just get it done, we don't even have to address it, because the
Actually,
resolution.
if you can do it, then you don't have to do anything, yeah.
That's what I'm
Then
saying,
you can take it
so
off.
let's bring it up in the discussion on the workshop. I'll give you information.
Okay, so we'll table it for discussion on the workshop.
216.
That's fine.
15.
Alright,
16, because of the holiday.
The 16th. Okay, next one. Not here yet. Next one, did everybody have a chance to look at the zoning map?
Yes.
Did everybody read Eve's accompanying email approving the new zoning map? Okay. So this is
No expert, so.
just to explain this resolution, there was a change in the zoning map made by the Rockland County GIS to match our map. That's what it was. And I think it was minor, it was something with the RSH area. It wasn't, they weren't rewriting anything, any zones or anything like that. They were just updating their maps with our map, and they wanted an approval. Eve said it was okay, our village engineer said it was okay. So, yeah, it was Village Center and RSH, Specialized Housing Residential District. So, do I have a motion to adopt the revised Village of Airmont zoning map provided by Rockland County Department of Planning?
I'll make the motion to adopt as stated.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Move to the next one. Resolution to establish the procedure for the installation of the new streetlights. This is basically codifying what we're already following, what we're already doing, just now putting it in a cementing it into a written document. So, you guys all have a chance, we already discussed this on the workshop, so.
This is exactly what we're doing now.
Yeah, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Just wanted to explain for the audience what it is.
Oh, sorry. Sure. So we put streetlights in when residents request streetlights, and there's a policy, there's a procedure. We ask, it's supposed to be everybody within 500 feet of the light. You ask if they're a yes or a no, and we need 75% of the people to respond yes in order to put a light on a pole. And we also limit it to 4, is one limited to 4 poles? No, we already have that one, right? Oh, this is also limiting it to 4 poles. 4 lights, 4 lights per year. And, that's it.
Right, and if there's no response, it counts as a no, basically.
No response counts as a no,
Doesn't
correct?
actually say that here.
Does it say that it,
What the resolution says in the next to last paragraph, no new streetlights will be installed without at least 75% of
Right.
those residents.
Poles,
it
yeah,
says,
okay.
it says responding
Poles
favorably,
responding favorably.
right?
So
So
rather
that's
than,
implied.
rather than making it
So
a
you have
negative,
to, right.
they have to, you gotta get 75%
Got
of
it.
it.
And basically what that does is it allows the residents, or it's,
Stating they have to.
you can't just willy-nilly ask for lights, because they cost money. They cost money, every year or whatever, in the lighting. So you can't willy-nilly ask. This makes it so the resident who wants the light goes to his neighbors, says, would you like one too? Maybe they get the positive responses, and that's it.
Wait, do they go or do we send out letters?
No, we send out letters.
They don't have to go.
They don't have to go, but
They can.
it's an
they-
incentive for them
They
to
can,
go.
they can campaign for it if they would like, 'cause that's.
They can do that, yeah, exactly. So that's it. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Next one. Okay, this is for the approval of the contract with the village engineer. Every year we have a contract with Brooker Engineering, and the contracts used to be April to March. They had asked if they could make the new contracts go January to December. This coincided with our own fiscal year, so I believe we were all on board with this, so do I have a motion to approve the contract with the village engineer? Oh, it's the same price too, by the way, so no, nothing changed.
Make that motion as outlined.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second?
All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries. And there's all attached to that.
The next motion, I'd like to table from the executive session because there's some interest in discussion about the code enforcement officer, and I think the attorney should be involved in knowing it as well.
Okay, so there's no information. Got it. So we'll just table that for executive session. Okay. So this is, where'd she, oh, I didn't tell him to come at 9, till after 9.
We were on appointments.
So I wanted you guys to meet her before we appointed her, so.
Well, could I ask a question?
Wait till after 9 o'clock. Yeah.
I thought we were gonna make the policy at workshops to review and interview people, and then at the regular meeting appoint by resolution. These two resolutions, which, I'll be honest with you, should have been brought at the workshop. I know we've been talking about it for a long time, people, and we ask people to go, but I think basically they should be interviewed. I don't know if they have resumes. I think we have to let them know what the criteria is, how often they have to meet at meetings. Now, I imagine you spoke to the person as a mayor, but I think the entire board should really have that input as well, and go from there. And then at the workshop, we put them on the agenda for the monthly meeting, and we would vote on that. I think, honestly, we did this in the reorganization meeting with two individuals. I did it because you were the mayor, it was your appointed, and I think we started off on the right foot, but I think right now, we're on the board, we should be really involved with the people that we put on the board.
Okay.
And knowing the basically direction they have to go in. I don't know if you ever spoke to the chairman about the way you dress, get input back to let them know. We spoke about it 2 months ago, or not,
The
okay.
dress code you're talking about?
Well, I'm not gonna say dress code, just talk about being, casual. But I think this is what people know, and ask them, this is a one-year term, isn't it? Yeah. So it's once, what's not.
Well, we also need to move one of the ad hocs out into the position that is empty.
And that has to be done first.
Correct. And I spoke to the person today. So,
Okay, well, again, could we really meet with the people, have a workshop, like we did with all our people we hire, and go with it? Is that a problem?
no, it's not a problem, but honestly, it's gonna take 5 minutes, so if you wanna meet now, nobody else is playing.
Excuse me?
If you wanna meet with them today.
Nobody else on the board wants, then you should vote, you don't need me.
No.
You could vote, I'm only giving my
This is the
opinion.
last two, right? And then we need to still wait for the attorney to get here.
Mhm.
And this will be the fastest meeting we've ever had in creation, 15 minutes.
Well, Jamie is coming at 9 o'clock.
She's coming at 9 o'clock, so if you
So I
wanna,
can talk to her.
if you wanna wait till after 9, you can talk to her then, or we could just,
Why don't we table this till then?
no, then.
You said there's two, I have one resolution, you have another one?
Oh, I couldn't, yeah, there's another one here. I have,
I don't have it either.
for, yeah, nobody has it. I did it on my way out today.
Okay, why don't we just move on to the voucher?
Yeah, just move on to the vouchers then. All right, so we'll just table that till after 9 o'clock.
Well, let me just say something, because I'm getting a very bad vibes tonight. Are we saying that we don't want to interview people, and whatever the mayor say, we're gonna go up and down on the vote? Is that what we're looking to do tonight, go forward? Because that's what I'm understanding from the conversation. I don't hear nobody else saying they wanna meet with them, don't wanna meet with them unless they met with them.
No,
I
I just said I wanna meet with her right now.
I heard one, but there's
Yeah,
5 of us.
I actually recommended her, so.
No, but
And we all know her,
I know
Oh,
it's-
no, okay, so
all know
that's
her.
even good.
so.
Well, that's even easier, than this, we could've got involved, me and Dennis.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we know her, so,
Well, I know her too.
and he knows her too.
That doesn't mean I have some.
Nothing's stopping you from meeting her.
But I like I said, there's no rush, so we can
No.
do it at 9 o'clock, it's fine, when she gets here.
You normally need a person, Tony, in executive session, somebody would put on. You don't talk in the public, and this is where you make protocol work. We have an executive session, and when we, on a workshop, we talk to them, come out, and we can vote. I have no problem with that. I just think that you're putting things on the agenda, which we try to establish. If I'm wrong, tell me, workshops, and then we do the votes.
Yeah, we are.
We're trying to do that.
I know, we're
I
trying.
mean, unless something comes up.
We're trying to do it the best we can, you're right.
No, unless we do, something comes up that needs to be done, I have no problem.
Yeah.
Listen, I got phone calls about the people, between me and you, to vote for them. And I said tonight, honestly, if you were gonna vote, I was gonna abstain. Nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
I don't know who they are, there's nothing wrong. We need people on the board. But do they know, do you have to be here, they know that, the meetings and stuff? And they have to be certified? They gotta go to
Yes,
classes, all
they
that?
know all about it.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah, no,
okay,
they do.
that was the conversation when you interviewed them.
Sure,
You know.
that's fine. Okay, so let's go to the vouchers then. Do I have a motion to approve the vouchers in the amount of $171,195.50?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, discussion?
Just as I always said, I will not be voting for the vouchers, I'll be voting
Gotcha.
no. I will not
Just
say
for the
why.
record, I did inspect his salt, storage, and I saw there was at least 300 tons there.
Okay, all right, so let me say this, since, and again, I have the numbers in front of me, and we paid the bill already, I don't believe the bills have been paid, and again, something has to be addressed with that. We have, I don't know how much Lisa knows, but we have money from last year that I believe we ended in April to this year of salt bills and gas, and unless I'm wrong, Lisa, correct me, has it been paid? From May to present, for the gas and the salt. Have we received any money from our contractor for snow, other than with the decision we made for the payments of last year of his payment? Did we not stop at April of payments of what we received from January, of October, from November, December, January, February, March, April, 6 months? Tony, speak a little louder so I can hear.
No, I'm talking to Lisa because we're both, you probably would have been better off asking Donna this question earlier today, but my recollection is Donna told me that we had billed them and that they had paid us for November and December. That's what you're talking about. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't see any bills.
We'd have to check with Donna.
I haven't seen any bills. I check all the time when I get the.
No, I'm just saying, we'd have to check with Donna, because she's the one that sends it out.
Oh, okay, but I'm saying, because it's something that we never really established, and it went on for years, that they pay when they want, not from before. And some of the money goes to $80,000, $50,000 of our taxpayers' money should be brought in.
Well, I'm a little confused, because I thought at year end, when we made the payment to CSB, there was a check exchange.
There was supposed to have been a check exchange,
Well, you said
and
there
there was a check exchange.
And I assume by now we deposited that check.
Yeah, the check has been, to
And
my
cleared.
knowledge, it's been
Yeah.
deposited and cleared.
And cleared, so
Correct.
we're
We should be,
squared away for
we should be, so
2015.
we'll check with Donna tomorrow.
Let me make it clear, we're not square away. Let me
Because
put on the
2000
record.
2015.
We only paid up to April. I had said when we made the
April
stipulation of last year, we made the stipulation, December 31st of any bills should have been paid to pay his bill, we owe him, and he pay us and go forward from now forward, going forward from January.
And that was supposed to happen in January, there was two
That's
checks,
what-
there was a
that's
check
what I
exchange, I thought.
I just
No,
thought it was
we-
supposed to cover everything, no?
No, we never did, we really never did, it's been going on for a long time that way, it was, it's
No, I
really,
think this January, February still left open.
I'm sorry.
I think January is still left open. I thought,
Well-
I was under the impression that it was, the whole year was paid off as
No, because
well.
remember I said we were giving them stuff in October, in November?
Why don't we do this?
December.
Why don't we just have Donna
Well,
give
let me
us
ask
what's
this-
outstanding, email the board, I'll talk to the contractor, and I'll make him clear it up.
Okay, but he's not gonna, I'm gonna tell you right now, but that's another story. So let me ask you a question, does the board, how does the board wanna get paid for the stuff he takes? 10 days, 30 days? So he have to make a resolution, and he knows it, and you send it to him. Period, and ends the question. It has, nobody has to check and balance of this, you know what I'm saying?
So this is an ongoing
Or
problem.
whatever was customary.
It should be
It's-
30,
It was never really done, it was done.
It should be 30 days.
Look, what we have to stop doing, right, this is like really important, right? We're not a bank for the people who work for this village. It's a real problem, right? If they don't have enough capital, right, they shouldn't be working for us. It's a real issue.
Unfortunately, Anthony, in one of the prior regimes, one of the prior boards, they established a policy or working agenda, if you will, between the snowplow contractor and
Right.
the village. And that was,
Became a bank.
as Ralph said,
We're not a
Ralph,
bank.
that was what, you're 100% correct. But unfortunately, this has been going on for several years.
Right, but that was really supposed to be in the first year to get her up and
Well,
running.
the problem is it never changed, and that's the problem.
Okay.
And right
So
now, we're dealing with, the best, at this stage, the best thing to do will be just sit down with them, let them know what the village.
No, I don't think that's the best thing, I'm sorry, attorney. I think we make a resolution, 30 days from the time he purchases it to the time he pays the village. He gets his money every 10 days after the date of the thing, like now. We made a bill out for February for him, he's not supposed to get that under his contract until the 10th of February. And today is what? The 1st, and the bill's already been paid. Did you give him a check yet, Lisa?
No.
No, but we have in the vouchers to pay him. So we have in the contract how he gets paid. We never really had what the time frame he pays us. So if we make a resolution, and I'm willing to do it, 30 days good?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
30 days.
30 days, and then straight up with that. I'll make that motion. That our contractors, whoever they may be, for anything, if they, well, we don't have that going forward anyway, but
Yeah.
30 days they have to basically pay. Tony, would you write that up?
I'll write it up, you want me to have it prepared for the next?
No, I'm gonna do it tonight, you can do it now, and then we'll, it's a very simple
It
resolution.
is, all right, then be it resolved by the Village of Airmont Board of Trustees that from February 1st, 2015 to the present, to ongoing,
Right.
all village contractors and vendors who owe the village money for services shall pay those invoices from the village within 30 days of being presented with the invoice. from the
I'll make that
village.
motion, good.
Hopefully you got that on tape.
But you can't repeat it.
But there's no way.
Who wants a second?
Second.
All right, discussion? No discussion, all in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Do I have a motion to approve the vouchers?
You did that already. You did
No, we
the-
didn't. We didn't actually approve it. That was all part of the
That was
discussion.
You need a roll call then.
Okay.
Let's-
Roll call. Any more discussion on the vouchers?
There's one there that's a very minor amount that you want to talk about, executive session, I'm okay paying it, but there's another point I want to make to
Okay. Okay, roll call? We have to roll call?
Yes.
Or,
Well, you can say no, I'll just say no.
all right, so then,
Full one.
all in favor?
it.
Yeah.
No,
You got that, Lisa?
Yes.
One no from trustee Bracco.
Right, but that should be noted in the minutes.
she does put in minutes, no.
Okay, do I have a motion for the minutes, to approve the minutes of last meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Got a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries, minutes are approved. I have one thing for executive session. And that's it for me.
Oh,
Talk about the survey,
Oh, the survey,
just let people know.
good question, good, let me just get it back up here. So, we sent a survey out to find out how many people would be interested in televised board meetings, not just trustees, but every board meeting, zoning, planning, that's it, CDRC wouldn't be covered, I guess. But we had 65 responses, and there was 4 questions. Are you interested in watching the Village of Airmont board meetings? Out of 65, 58 said yes, 7 said no. Which board meetings would you be interested in watching? Only 59 people answered it, I don't know how that worked, but 53 said all boards, which were Board of Trustees, Planning and Zoning, and it actually went 3-2-1, that was all the boards they want to see televised. Would you be willing to volunteer? 58 no. 2 said yes.
Those are the 2 that can come to the
One-
cameras out.
One was my wife. And I got 4 responses, 2 emails of the 2 people who could do it. Oh, actually, I should clarify, they said yes, but only if I can use village-owned equipment. So I got two email addresses to contact them. One that said I would also be interested in televised zoning board meetings, but survey would not allow me to choose both zoning board and planning board. It did, I don't know. And the other one said, if this costs money, do not do it. So there you go.
How
I'm
many
surprised-
people-
I'm
how many-
surprised only
how many
65
people
people responded.
How many people received it?
Good question. Well, I know 500 people received it.
Right.
How
Let
many
me tell you how many people opened it. That's,
All the 500 residents of Airmont
yes.
and nobody else. I thought,
I put it on Facebook.
so then other people may
They're all
respond.
residents of Airmont though, so. If
So-
they're not part of the
Yeah,
emails, if they're not part of the emails, then they're,
So did anybody from other villages respond to that?
oh, I have no idea. It's
I guess it's
possible. Yeah, it's possible.
So we
Just
don't
forward
know.
it.
So why didn't we just do our emails of, how many emails we have for the village residents?
499?
So why don't we just email them and see what the numbers come back with that?
We did.
That's
We did.
what
That's what they did.
I'm telling you how many people
What he's saying
opened.
is if you forward it to someone somewhere else, they can still take the survey.
Or it's possible that some of those 500 emails no longer live here, but their email address is still good.
Oh, okay.
But I doubt people would care if they don't.
But that's why the
Unless
response
they're
rate,
just like,
that's why the response rate was depressed.
it really is sad that, you know, I mean, there were almost 6,000 people who live here, we mail it out to, get it out to 500.
So we have 499 subscribers. And.
But the real key is how many opened, I bet it's like a third.
I'll do it right now. Record board meetings, 43.4% open.
That's not bad.
More than we thought.
And, well, the average is only 20-something, so, not for us, the average for, in general, for,
So should we assume that if you opened it and did not do anything, that you were not in favor of it?
well, 216 people opened the email. So, at least 216 people opened it. And it says that only 65 clicked, and I got 65 responses, so it's pretty
It was
accurate.
sufficiently short.
And it was 4 questions. And they all opened it, or generally opened it.
Well, let me ask you a question. I've been noticing other villages, as I said before, I put this up with the videotape, which I think is good, and the gentleman said he's gonna put it on cable. Why would you wanna have all the board meetings? I mean, I think then I think that's, the idea of the government is to make policy and let people know what we're doing and be active in our community and all. The zoning board and planning board is more of what's happening within the community where we send public hearings out, notices out. It's a little different than our board. I don't really care one way or another. I just think if we would've did ours, as I said, and I was willing to do it for a year, then you could go forward, maybe you could go to planning and zoning. I think the more you put onto it, I mean, I don't think people are gonna watch every meeting other than it pertains to their neighborhood. And they'll only know if they see it, this block, and they put it on. I mean, what was the reason for putting them on?
Well, it was just, I think it was interesting to see what the interest was. In other words, maybe people who did feel that what you feel, right? That, and they were like, no, I don't want to, just all I want to see is the government meeting, right?
Well, if they would've said that, then
But,
only
you
3
know-
people just did government, and 58 people said they wanted all of the above.
Right.
So you could've just did government if you want.
No, I'm just saying.
You could,
50
there was the ability to distinguish.
No, listen, I think we don't really have a lot of people come, you see that, we have nobody volunteering, you see that, you're on the board a number of years now with us. So, I have no problem letting people know what goes on and trying to reach out to them so that they have the knowledge of what's happening what we're doing here, if they have concern to come forward and say different things. That's very important. But what my problem is that there's so much going on in the village, very hard for people to pick and choose what they do. The planning board, the zoning board, or the village board. I think, as I said before, I think we could have, in my opinion, I could be wrong, deal with the village board, see how it went for a year, and I'm still willing to pay, get it going. If your wife's gonna do it, then I'm willing to make a motion, might buy the camera and all, and do it, because the faster we do it, the better we get on track to see what goes on, and go forward there. But the person that makes a commitment has to make the commitment, guaranteed. They can't say yes, and then 1 week say no. I mean, that's what the idea of paying somebody, because to me, I'm in business a lot of years, I don't believe people like to work for nothing. Sorry to say that, unfortunately, that's the society we live in. And I thought $1,000 to do it for the year to see, and then maybe next year you don't want to do it, you get somebody else. If you feel it's worth it, they can see how it goes. That was the idea of basically doing it that way, because then we see how people respond. Because the more time, you remember, you're going to be seeing 12 meetings a year, or 11, let's say, maybe without Christmas as about. It'll be nice to see what the response will be in January of next year, if people, want more, like you're saying. But I think it's a good thing so people see, really do. I mean, I tell you the truth, Phil, you say you went to see St. Lawrence today. He has a channel on Verizon, I watch in my diner, 32. He has 24/7 going on with that. He has an ice skating ring, he has the boxing, he has his meetings. I mean, he has no zoning and planning, none of that never has on. I don't know why, he has none of that on ever. But he has the planning board meetings, he has everything.
Plenty of propaganda.
No, but I'm saying, it's on 24/7. Now, I spoke to somebody today in my restaurant, and which we could have done, when we had the contract with the guy, we could have asked for a dedicated channel, and had our stuff run a little too. What you're saying, all the time, everything.
I don't think we have enough content.
Well, I'm just thinking.
Continuous loop.
Yeah, well, that's, or someone's repeating, you're
We
right.
can table this for discussion, I mean, we can go on forever
Let's
about
put
this.
it on for the
I-
workshop and bring it back up again.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I look at the numbers a lot differently. I look at it that there's,
Did Christine want?
Zero
She
interest.
was gonna bring her up.
actually, I found an old flip cam I had that I was, we just pull up that in. You ever see a flip cam?
I don't think it's fair to ask her to do it, actually. I think
She
if you
won't
decide
do
to
it.
do
She
it,
volunteered, we didn't ask.
She wants to play gotcha with everyone.
I think if we decide to do it, we decide to do it in
Alright,
a
well,
way, like you
since,
said, someone's gonna be there every time, right?
You gotta make a commitment, so, like I said, I tell you the truth, if we had a little time and people had time to go, you want them to spend no money, go to the college, go see Dr. Woods. There's people that do photography in there, they might wanna volunteer, get exposure and all, and they get credits.
what are you doing tomorrow? Go see Dr. Woods.
Listen, I don't have a job that I don't have to go to work, Mr. Phil. You're here all day.
Neither do I, guy.
Oh, no, you're here all day, you're all dressed up, you went to the town, so you have a lot of time.
Hey, I'm a dedicated public servant.
You could've went to-
Alright, we're gonna digress here. Why don't we just go into executive session now, because we have stuff we have to discuss anyway.
No, I got something, I got something on my agenda.
alright.
Old business, new business.
Oh, exactly.
Alright, old business,
Okay,
new
yeah.
business, trustee Bracco.
That's right, trustee Bracco. I'm to believe that the town around Poe, you say that, you say it?
Go ahead.
That's okay, go.
I'm sorry?
I think the attorney might be here.
Yes.
Okay. One quick thing, I don't remember this board making a resolution to not have a dog warden in our village. A letter was sent to the town of Rampo saying that we don't want to use this, so, let me finish. Come on, you're getting me, I'm really
I spoke
upset.
to him about this today. I have information.
I was at the meeting, and I was devastated when I heard a person send a letter without a resolution, just like another attorney sent things to the court without a resolution. Let's be very clear, and we have two new people on the board, so you understand something. This board, and I'll say it all the time, makes all decisions. Nobody makes a decision outside this board. Only time the mayor can make a decision if it's something that's fatal outside, he has to spend money or do something, that's the only way, but the board do it. Now, there was a resolution sent to the town.
Attorney's here, he's charging.
Well, let him finish. Letter went out, so what's the point? Get.
Why do we don't want to do it? I know we have a problem with paying the money for the officer, so why was the letter sent out?
You have some new
Who-
information.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that's executive session information I have.
Why is it executive session?
Table to
Oh,
executive
contract.
session.
No, it's not a contract, it's a letter.
Oh, the letter thing, I don't know. The
Did you
dog-
know,
the
oh,
dog contract
let me ask you a
we're
question, quick question. The letter that went out, that I have in my package now, Did you know about it?
I don't know what you're
Okay,
talking about.
thank you. Oh, we'll go to executive session, we'll talk it. I'll go through my rest.
Okay,
I'm gonna do my
so do I have a
Make
motion?
a motion to go into executive session to talk about contracts.
Do I have a second?
Nice seeing you again.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're in executive session at 8:06. Do I have a motion to come out of executive session?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion? No action or decisions were made? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. That's at 10:09 PM. Okay, back to the resolutions. Do I have a motion to appoint? This is a roll, you know. Do I have a motion to hire Christopher Stevens as the Village of Airmont's part-time code enforcer at an hourly rate of $20 per hour to work after hours and weekends, a maximum of 17 hours per week as directed by the mayor.
So moved as outlined.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Is my pen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, first this, motion to appoint the appointment of member Jeff Kirby to serve on the planning board of the Village of
Where's that
Airmont.
resolution?
Oh, let me, I have a copy here. All right, do I have a motion
Wait, what was the whole resolution?
to appoint Jeff Kirby to the planning board?
Term of?
To fill Ed Kennedy's spot? I don't
It's
know.
on there.
Is it on there?
Yeah.
Oh, for a one-year term.
So
Expire April of 2016.
that's when Ed's term expired?
That's an Ed term, I guess, was up, yeah.
Oh, it's like
16. That's for the solution.
Can I make a suggestion?
Actually, this, it's not 1 year.
No, it's
No, it's a couple
Well, it's a one-year
It's 2
term.
months, it's 2
To
months.
finish out a one-year term.
Oh, finish it at 1 year.
On the first.
Okay.
Well,
Why
let-
don't
Monday.
we just wait until April altogether and do it then? And then we got, what, he has one meeting? 2 meetings. Is that February?
Well,
They need it.
March.
They need it.
First of all, doesn't he have to resign from the ad hoc?
April
Tony?
1st, we will,
He's appointed on ad hoc. Don't you have to
He's the ad hoc
resign?
now, so what we'll do is, once he resigns, he can, well, not, yeah, once he resigns.
We have to resign before we can appoint him.
We can appoint him, this vacant vacancy, and then he'll resign as the ad hoc.
Fill the vacancy.
If he has to send a
Right, and then.
yeah, I'm saying.
why don't we just make it simple and wait till April reorganization?
Yeah.
Make it now so we have votes.
Leave it now. They need 2 meetings, they need people.
I'll make that motion, get going, let's get out of here.
Alright. We have a second?
Second.
Alright, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Alright, motion carries. And finally, motion to appoint the
Jamie Troy?
motion, appointment of ad hoc member to serve on the planning board of the Village of
And
Airmont.
that'll be upon the resignation of,
Upon the resignation of Jeff Kirby.
Jeff Kirby.
I'll make that motion.
Subject to, alright, Jeff Kirby. Alright, you made a motion?
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Second by trustee Valvo.
Wait, and this is for a term of?
Just
1 year to expire on the
No.
first,
Expires
the
April.
1 year term that expires on the first Monday
First
in
Monday.
April of 2016. So it's also for another 2 months, or 3 months.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, who moved that?
Trustee Bracco,
Second.
and second by trustee Valvo.
Oh, so-
All right, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.